Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1958 Austin-Healey Sprite MK1. Now it's a 668 horsepower, 682 pounds-feet of torque from a 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself now weighs 1,461 pounds, now has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 3.810 seconds, 0 to 105.067 seconds, and going to a top speed of 185 miles an hour. So obviously we've had a couple of Austins on this series before with the FX4 Taxi and the 7, but neither of those were particularly quick, not in comparison to say the top 20 on this series. So yeah, I'm hoping that this Austin-Healey can do even better, and yeah, especially since it's extremely lightweight and has plenty of power and torque. But yeah, clearly this was not meant to go off-road, but it has been known to be used on hill climb events. Not necessarily off-road events, granted, but you know they are quite arduous, and yeah, they do take a plucky car to be able to do those kind of events. So yeah, I'm hoping some of that will filter through onto this. Yeah, it is our first Austin-Healey specifically, but then again there is only one other on this game, but we'll probably take that out at some point in the future just to see what it can do in comparison to this. But yeah, this is extremely light, really rather agile, absolutely microscopic in comparison to the sports cars of today, but obviously this was hardly a quick car even in stock form. So yeah, a lot more power that's dealing with all-wheel drive, off-road tyres, suspension, and obviously the off-road elements. So yeah, we'll be surprised if this is quick, but at least it's going to be a lot more stable than say the Austin 7, which, you know, not only was at risk of falling over, but actually did fall over at least once, I think. So yeah, this should not at least do that, which is obviously going to be a benefit. It's struggling for grip a little bit, but here's where the grip will come into play, as the grip on the gravel is far better than the mud. Had a few surprises on this series in the past few weeks. Cars that have been far quicker than ever expected, so hoping this can at least be the quickest Austin that we've had, if not doing even better than that. It's extremely good through that corner, and we're doing 173 across the finish line, far faster than the car in stock form ever was meant to go. And yeah, massive surprise there at 2 minutes 2 seconds .115. That's more than 5 seconds quicker than the FX4 Taxi, and about 20 seconds quicker than the Austin 7. So yeah, massively improved over those two cars. And not just that, but it's beaten virtually, well, the majority of the cars that have been on this series. In fact, it's all the way up into, wow, it's gone well up, all the way into the top 20. It's in 19th place, beating the Holden VL Commodore, the Toyota Hilux Arctic Trucks AT38, which is now out of the top 20 after being in there for many months. And yeah, it's also beating the Porsche 918 RS60, the Zenvo TSR S, the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, the Lamborghini Urus, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, HS3 GTSR, and the Alfa Romeo P3. It's ever so slightly behind the Ferrari Portofino, the Ford GT40 Mark 1, and the Porsche's 968 Turbo S. But considering this is, well, let's see if it's the oldest car that we've got in this top 20. It is, yeah, easily the fastest car from the 50s that we've had, and yeah, the oldest car in the top 20 by about 6 years, I think. Yeah, about 6 years. I think the next oldest one is the Ford GT40 Mark 1 from 1964. So yeah, oldest car in the top 20, which is not bad when you consider it was never meant to do anything like this in terms of the upgrades or the course that we took it on. And yeah, it's also got far more power than ever had originally, about more than 600 horsepower in fact, and more than 600 pounds-feet of torque extra as well. So yeah, massively impressed by this, and yeah, just goes to show that just because a car isn't all that quick or all that off-roading or all that capable in off-road terms in stock form does not mean it can't be turned into something like that. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.